The Foolish Old Man Who Removed the Mountains. Once upon a time, in ancient China, there was an old man named Yuan Gu, who lived in a village surrounded by two large mountains. These mountains, which seemed to stretch endlessly, created a barrier for the people in his village. The villagers had to travel a long and treacherous path to go from one side of the mountains to the other. The mountains blocked the natural flow of rivers, the trade of goods, and even the communication between neighboring villages. The old man, though advanced in years, was known for his deep wisdom and boundless energy. He had always felt that these mountains were a hindrance to the prosperity and convenience of the people, and he decided that he would do something about it. His neighbors thought him to be quite foolish, for how could a single old man remove such huge mountains? One day, Yuan Gu went to the base of the mountains, holding a pickaxe in his hand. He began to dig and chop at the base of the mountains. When the villagers saw him working, they laughed and ridiculed him. One of the villagers approached him and asked, "Old man, you are so frail, and the mountains are so vast and insurmountable. What are you doing? You cannot possibly remove these mountains in your lifetime. Why are you wasting your energy?" The old man looked up at the villagers and replied, "I may not be able to remove the mountains in my lifetime, but I have sons, and they have sons. I will work until I have no more strength, and then they will continue the task. As long as the generations continue, this task will eventually be completed. If I die, they will carry on the work. Slowly, we will break down the mountains." The villagers were still unconvinced, but the old man did not stop. He worked tirelessly day after day, and as the years went by, his efforts never wavered. His sons, hearing of his determination, came to help him. They worked together to dig and break down the mountains. Over time, the story of the old man's perseverance spread across the land, and people from other villages came to help. Eventually, the mountain was reduced to a passable road, and the once impossible task was accomplished. The village flourished, and life became much easier for everyone. The emperor, hearing of the old man's persistence and success, was so moved that he sent his officials to reward the old man for his dedication and hard work. They acknowledged that while the task seemed impossible at first, the old man's determination and his belief in the power of persistence had made the impossible possible. The story of the foolish old man who removed the mountains teaches us a profound lesson about perseverance and steadfast determination. The old man, though others thought him foolish, had an unwavering belief that even the greatest obstacles could be overcome if one persisted and did not give up. The story emphasizes the power of slow and steady progress. Sometimes, problems and challenges may appear insurmountable, but if we continue to work towards our goals little by little, over time, progress will be made, and seemingly impossible tasks will be accomplished. Moreover, the story reminds us of the importance of legacy and continuity. The old man believed in passing down the responsibility to future generations, showing that the strength of perseverance does not rest on one individual alone, but on a collective effort across time. This timeless moral teaches that even in the face of overwhelming challenges, determination, patience, and hard work can yield results. The effort may take years and success may come slowly, but persistence is the key to overcoming any obstacle. Another story, The Farmer and the Snake. Once upon a time in ancient China, there was a kind-hearted farmer who lived in a small village. One cold winter morning, while walking to his fields, he found a snake lying near the road, almost frozen from the cold. The poor creature was so stiff and weak that it could hardly move. Seeing the snake in such a helpless state, the farmer felt a deep sense of compassion. Though many people feared snakes, the farmer didn't hesitate for a moment. He gently picked up the snake, wrapped it in his warm clothes, and took it home. He placed the snake near a warm stove to help it regain its strength. After a few hours, the snake began to revive, slowly warming up and starting to move again. The farmer watched the snake closely, feeling a little uneasy, but still hopeful that the creature would recover. Over time, the snake became strong enough to move freely. The farmer continued to care for it, feeding it small pieces of food. Finally, one day, the snake slithered out from its resting place, seemingly ready to go on its way. The farmer, happy to see the snake healthy again, said, "You are now strong enough to live on your own. I am happy to have helped you." However, just as the snake was about to leave, it turned around and struck the farmer with its poisonous bite. The farmer, in pain and surprise, looked at the snake and asked, "Why did you do this? I saved your life when you were helpless. Why would you harm me?" The snake replied coldly, "You are a fool. You should have known better than to show kindness to a creature like me. I am a snake, and it is in my nature to bite." As the poison spread through his veins, the farmer collapsed to the ground, but not before he was able to utter his final words. "I did what I thought was right. It is in my nature to help those in need, no matter what their nature is." The story of the farmer's kindness spread quickly across the village, and many people were shocked by the outcome. They couldn't understand why the farmer had shown compassion to such a dangerous creature. The story of the farmer and the snake carries a deep and complex lesson about kindness and selflessness, but it also warns of the risks of helping those who may not appreciate it or may harm us in return. The farmer, in his selflessness and compassion, helped the snake despite its dangerous nature. He did what he believed was right, without expecting anything in return. This story teaches us that kindness should be practiced, regardless of the outcome, even if others do not reciprocate our kindness. The farmer's actions represent the highest form of compassion, as he did not hesitate to help a creature in need, even though it could have been harmful to him. However, the snake's betrayal teaches us that while we should be kind and generous, we must also be aware of the nature of others. Sometimes, despite our best intentions, our kindness may be taken advantage of, or we may encounter those who harm us despite our good deeds. But, just like the farmer, we must continue to act with kindness, understanding that the quality of our actions is more important than the reactions we receive. Ultimately, the moral of the story is about maintaining integrity and compassion in the face of adversity and disappointment. The farmer's actions remind us that doing what is right, helping others, should not be influenced by how we are treated in return. True kindness is about doing good without the expectation of reward, trusting that even in a world that can sometimes be cruel, we maintain our humanity by showing mercy and love to others.